All right, guys, I am here today. I know it is Wednesday, and I usually don't make any videos on Wednesday or Tuesdays. During the week, pretty much I don't make any videos. But I really wanted to go on a quick live stream, maybe like 45 minutes or so I can talk about the purchases that I have made this week so far. And let me know in the chat who is here, who's watching the stream, and I'm gonna show you the purchases that I made this week. I'm also gonna show you the purchases that I made on Bitcoin. I did make a couple purchases today. Also, the stock market went down, and share prices for some companies went down. Not all of them. So not because the S&P 500 has been going down as of lately, or have been taking a dip, it means that every company is an opportunity, right? You really gotta do your research, gotta take a look, but I really have such a strong conviction in this company that I am continuing to buy and buy and buy. And don't be surprised if I buy some more tomorrow. But let me know in the chat who's here, who's in the live. What have you been buying? Because I also posted a poll, and most of you, when we take a look real quick, let me open up the screen right here. And let me open up. It is a little bit difficult to do it with this one, but if you guys take a look right here, 84% of you guys voted that yes, you guys are buying. In the poll that I posted earlier today, I bought more SCHD, IBIT, and Amazon today. Are you buying any assets this week? So 84% of you have voted that you guys have been making purchases this week. So let me know which ones are those purchases that you guys have been making. And some of you are holding, which is also, I think, a good strategy. You know, sometimes having some patience, it is good also. It will pay out in the end. But you know, I want to know what you guys have been buying today. And let me see who is in the chat. So T Caskets there. What's up, T Caskets? How you doing? You know, I'm definitely good. I'm a little bit tired. I'm gonna go to sleep after I finish this live. But I really wanted to show you guys the purchases that I have made so far this week. I'm really happy about them. I'm kind of excited. So, you know, they're not very large purchases, but to me, it helps me continue to build my portfolio. And I'm thinking long term. Every time I'm investing, I'm mostly thinking long term, 5, 6, 7 years from now. So definitely very excited about that. But let me go back so I could open up. I'm also going to show you guys the portfolio, but I have not updated the spreadsheet. So I'm going to have to show you guys in the Fidelity website what my portfolio looks like now that I added Bitcoin. I'm going to show it to you real quick. I already moved it up so it doesn't show my account information, like pretty much my account number, because in Fidelity I can't, for some reason I can't block it. But the way I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to be able to show it to you guys. All right, T Caskets, buy via DCA every week. That's good. That's good. Long day, bud. Yes, it has been a long day. I got out of work earlier today, and I was like, let me finish everything that I gotta do early, so I'm able to hop on the live real quick, and I'm able to talk to the guys a little bit, you know, in the chat, talk to everyone in the chat. Hey Isra, how you doing? You're in the chat right there, so that's good. Let me pop up the purchases. Let me see how many of you are in the chat, so I'm able to start showing you guys the purchases. So there's about 6 of you guys right there, 3 likes, so please don't forget to hit the like button, and let me go ahead and show you the purchases. So let me go right here. It is sometimes, I don't know why it doesn't pop up, but let me open up the screen for the purchases. Okay, so that's this one right here. Let me put it as a full screen so I can show you real quick. But if you guys take a look right here, my first purchase at the beginning of the week, this was on Monday, October 13. So it was the $25 that I'm doing for this month for the weekly challenge on Alphabet, ticker symbol GOOGL, better known as Google. So I bought $25. Share price was at $243.09. And that was a good thing that I bought some on Monday, because the share price right now, I think it's like around 250. So we went back up. Google is one that I'm buying right now for the weekly challenge for this month, but I do want to build up the position even more, but I'm just waiting for the share price to go down some more, even though the PE ratio is still pretty good. So the multiples are still looking pretty good, honestly. And maybe even after this month, after we finish this month, the weekly challenge, I'm able to buy some more. But as of right now, I've been buying just $25, hoping that the share price goes down some more. And then the next one, it was Bitcoin. So I started my Bitcoin position. So it's IBIT, ticker symbol IBIT, iShares Bitcoin Trust ETF. So this is gonna be my new Bitcoin, position right here. So I bought 3 shares at a share price of $65.64. So I told you guys I was gonna start on Monday the position. So I spent $196.92, and I'm gonna show you the position in a few minutes in the Fidelity website. But let me see who else is here. T Caskets. Today I bought SCHD, DGRO, and SPLG. I DCA into those positions every week. That's very smart right there. T Caskets, all great ETFs right there. SPLG, if I'm not mistaken, it's the S&P 500. So that's always good to invest in the S&P 500. Links Invest. What's up, Links? You're there in the chat, so that's good. Nice to see you there. Tomorrow is my buy day, so Links is gonna be making purchases tomorrow. What are you planning on purchasing tomorrow? I'm curious about that. Let me know in the chat, and let me know what you guys are gonna be buying later this week, if you guys are gonna be buying anything else. All right, let me see. Sam bought SCHD, DGRO, FXAIX, all 3 great. I like all 3. I like all 3. 2 ETFs and 1 index fund. What I like about FXAIX is the low expense ratio. Only 1.3%. No, sorry. 0. Hold on. What is it again? 0.15%, something like that. I know it's very, very low. So I'll take a look later on, but I really, really like the expense ratio on FXAIX. It's very, very low. SCHD and DGRO are also great ETFs, honestly. And I like how heavy in tech DGRO is. So, all right, then let me show you the next purchase. And this one started today. This one was 1 share of SCHD at a share price of $26.76. So I'm going to show you the position. I'm going to show you the dividend portfolio from the Fidelity website in a minute. But I had to buy. It was under $27. And right now, it's just my mind is telling me just buy SCHD, and I bought some more. I really wanted to continue to build up that position, and I have some cash in there. I don't have that much left, I think. Only got a couple $100 on each portfolio. So let me see. But I kind of want to buy some more SCHD, honestly. Under $27, I think that's an opportunity. Anybody else buying SCHD? Let me know in the chat, but I really like it. And if it goes down even more, I don't know if right now the yield is at 4%, but it was very close to 4%. That's why I bought some more. I think it was like 3.99 something percent, 3.90s percent. So I really liked, SCHD at the share price that it's at right now. Finanzas con Estilo is there in the chat. Nice to see you, man. Finanzas con Estilo is buying Adobe and SCHD and is waiting for Amazon soon. I have been buying Amazon. That's what I have been doing as of lately. Honestly, I've been just DCAing into it, deploying some of the cash. But Adobe and SCHD, Adobe looks pretty good too. We can take a look in a few minutes in here, but definitely Adobe looks pretty good too. And then T Caskets, man, so many people hating on SCHD now because of its performing. Well, you know, what happens is T caskets, from what I've seen, even in X, the X, which is Twitter, the people that have been hating on SCHD is because they're buying it more for the share price appreciation. That's what I feel like. You know, I feel like some of the people that I've seen in there, they invest more into growth. They want more of that, you know, Google share price appreciation, Nvidia, you know, which is a very popular one, Palantir. You know, I feel like a lot of those investors that bash SCHD and they just talk bad about SCHD is because they want that share price explosion, you know, but SCHD is mostly dividend growth. That's what they focus on. That's why I'm investing in SCHD. That's my main purpose. I don't buy it for the share price appreciation, even though it will be a nice plus in the end. But I honestly just mostly buy it for the dividend growth, double-digit percentage dividend growth, you know, into the future. And if the share price doesn't go up, it's even better for the person that is buying it and DCA into it every week. Why? Because you continue to buy it at a cheaper price, you know, before the share price starts going up. So I think SCHD is pretty good to hold for the long term. So I don't know, you know, that's my idea on it. You know, that's my thinking. That's why I invest in SCHD so much, just because I love the double-digit percentage. And then let me show you the next purchase today. So I bought another share of IBIT, iShares Bitcoin Trust ETF, at a share price of $62.98. So Bitcoin is going down in share price as of lately. So it's going to bring this ETF down in share price. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just buy another share. You know, why not? And then I'll just hold a little bit. Maybe I'll wait until next week to see where the share price is at. But, you know, just to have a couple shares of IBIT, iShares Bitcoin Trust ETF. So definitely excited that I started this position. You know, I'm hoping it does work out in the future. I don't think I'm seeing it as a position that I'm gonna hold only for a couple months. You know, I'm planning on holding for like a couple of years. I'm even thinking a minimum of 5 to 7 years, you know, to hold this IBIT, iShares Bitcoin Trust ETF, you know, and even maybe even more into the future. You know, I just see so many people just talking about, you know, Bitcoin and Bitcoin and Bitcoin. And I know that I shouldn't follow the crowd, you know, but I do see a trend. I do see everybody investing in it. And, you know, I'm going to continue to do my research in it, try to understand it a little bit more. But I do believe that people are going to continue to buy into Bitcoin into the future also. So I don't know. Let's see, you know, hopefully as I continue to do my research, as I continue to learn on it, maybe I don't sell sooner, you know, and definitely not at a loss. But that was that purchase right then. Then my next one was Amazon. That one was the last purchase. So I only threw $80 today. I should have thrown 100, but it was $214 at one point. But when I threw my $80, it was at $215.19. So I was able to purchase another 0.371 shares in Amazon. I just really like Amazon a lot. You know, with the AWS growth, logistics wise, I just think that they're going to continue to take market share in the logistics sector that they have. You know, I just really think that in the future, I'm not talking about this year or even next year. I'm thinking about 5, 6, 7 years from now. I think Amazon is going to be way, way bigger than it is right now, pretty much. You know, and I think a lot of those sectors where they invest in, you know, and all the capex that they are investing in the company, you know, I think it's going to pay off in the future. You know, maybe even 10 years from now, this is going to be, I feel like a good investment on my end, you know, so that's my plan for Amazon pretty much. All right, T caskets, long term, exactly. Yeah, that's my thinking on Amazon, on SCHD, you know, on some of these positions. Honestly, I really like them a lot. And let me show you real quick the portfolio. I forgot to look up to see how I can zoom in into this page, because it's gonna look pretty small. But let me yeah, I don't I can't look at it right now, and I don't want to waste no time because I've been, but let me show you right here, and this is it. You're gonna see it at the very top right here. I can't scroll up anymore because if not, it will show my account number. But you guys can see that Amazon is right now almost towards the top. I have 7.552 shares right here. And my average cost basis is right now at $194.05. My total cost basis is $1,465. So I have already put more money into Amazon than into Google Alphabet, which I have put $1,317. So in Google, I have 8.085 shares, but you guys can see that Google total gains, I have 54.08%. $700 in gains right now, in unrealized gains in Google. And then in Amazon, I'm only up 11.09%. So only $162 in gains, as you guys can see right here. Today's gain loss, so today it was a downside from Amazon. It just was going down in share price. So it was down 0.36%. That's where it closed in the day. So for me, it was down $5.76, which is not that bad. It's not that bad. For iBit, which is the new position that I started today, I got 4 shares. You guys can see right here. My average cost basis is at $64.98. I got $259.90 invested in iBit so far, and I am down 2.78%. So down $7 right now. I'm gonna buy some more of this position later on. I think I do have $660. I'm not 100% sure if this is updated, but I should have around $600. So I'm gonna buy a little bit more of iBit in the upcoming weeks. So I'm really excited about that. I've been putting $5 into VGT in the past week or so. So I'm gonna start doing that too. Maybe this week also I'm gonna throw like another $5 into VGT. Quantity, I have 1.313 shares. This one, the share price right now is at 752, and my average cost is $535, as you guys can see right here. I'm up 40.5% right there. But definitely excited about this, excited about iBit, and I'm able to, because this one, the share price is lower than other ETFs, other Bitcoin ETFs, I'm able to accumulate a little bit more, which is something that I like to, All right, let me see who else is in the chat. So T-Caskets, Fidelity has a Bitcoin ETF as well. FBTC, yeah, T-Caskets, I spoke about it before, and it was one I was looking into FBTC, and then Jeremy mentioned iBit also, which I have knew a little bit about it, but Jeremy had mentioned it in the chat before, and I was just looking into both of them. And I just made my decision to go towards iBit. Has the same expense ratio as Fidelity, but one good point that Jeremy had too was that the volume is a lot more, so there's a lot more movement. So if I'm planning on selling later on, iBit is gonna be the one that I can sell sooner or faster, than the Fidelity. Even though the Fidelity one, it also moves very well, but iBit, it was much larger, so which it was good. The Thrill, what's up, Jay? Okay, what's up, The Thrill? Nice to see you there. I'm also gonna show you guys now the dividend portfolio. Now let me just do this right here real quick so I can click on it, and then I'm gonna show you the dividend portfolio real quick. But really happy with my positions right now. Let me just go right here. All right, let me switch the camera view, and this is my dividend portfolio. You guys can see that I'm being very transparent with you guys. Even though I have it on a spreadsheet, you guys can see I'm showing you the actual portfolio, and you guys can compare. Take a screenshot now, look at it later on in my spreadsheet. I'm being very transparent. I'm not just making numbers up or just throwing numbers out there. I'm just being very transparent. And you guys can see that SCHD right now, 323 shares. getting closer and closer to my goal of 350 shares, which is where I want to get to. My average cost basis is $26.33. So $8,500 invested in SCHD. So I'm really happy with my position in SCHD right now. 36% of this portfolio only. You guys can see it right here. And total gains, only up 1.72%, so which is not much, but that's really what I like about it. That's what I was talking about, from T Casket's message in the chat earlier, is that what I like about it is that I'm continuing to buy at a cheaper price. I have a long-term horizon pretty much, right? So I'm going to hold SCHD for 25, 30, 40 years, hopefully, God willing, right? I continue to stay on this earth, and I stay healthy, I'm gonna be able to continue to enjoy the dividends from SCHD in the future. So right now that the share price is not performing well, what I'm doing is buying shares. I'm just continuing to buy shares, and I can accumulate them even faster, which is great. Marcus Mack, what? Hey Jay, hey, what's up, Marcus? How you doing? Nice to see you there in the chat. As you guys can see right here, SCHD, I'm just going to continue to buy every week, and don't be surprised if I buy a little bit more than one share this week, because I really like the share price right now. Under $27, I really like it a lot. Bank of America is one position right now. I'm 83% in total gains. You guys can see right here, 83.5%. And it's because the banks, I don't know who holds any banks, but if you guys hold any banks, they have very good earnings this week. JP Morgan, Citi, I forgot who else, Bank of America. They all announced earnings this week, and they were pretty good. Banks are doing very good. So I don't know. This one was supposed to be a swing trade for me, and I haven't sold it yet. I don't know if I should sell it already, take my gains. But I'm also enjoying the dividend, and I'm putting that dividend to work in other positions. So any banks that you guys are holding, you guys are happy with your return so far? JP Morgan is another one, JPM, ticker symbol. That one has been performing pretty good too. Starbucks, it went back up in share price. So $82.86 right now. I saw it in the 70s last week. I think it was JL that mentioned it in the comments that Starbucks was the share price was underperforming and it was going down. So hopefully it does go down a little bit again under my cost basis, which is $83.58. I would like for it to go down some more in the 70s, so I can buy some more Starbucks. Ticker symbol SBUX. All right, let me see who else is in the chat. Marcus Mack, I have key tomorrow. Fingers crossed. All right, Marcus. T Caskets, that main position, man, is fire. Nice average. Oh yeah, the Main Street Capital position, which is this one right here. The average cost base is at $39.69. This is one position that when I first started investing, I bought into it, and I'm glad I held to it because I bought AGNC, which is not a good stock, Main Street Capital, and then I bought a few other ones, but this is one that I bought then, a couple years ago. So that's why I have a very nice cost basis. But, honestly, T Caskets, I really want to grow it some more. So I'm waiting for the share price to go down more because, it's just so small. I'm before when I first started investing and I threw the $700 or 600 something dollars in it, I was happy with it because the portfolio was much smaller. So it looked like a very nice position. But right now, with the portfolio growing and growing, right now it's at $24,000. I need to build up that position some more. I need to work on it. So I'm waiting for the share price to hopefully go down some more on Main Street Capital. Coca-Cola, ticker symbol KO. Share price is still, in the mid 60s. I've been throwing $10 on the weekly basis. So that's probably what I'm going to be doing this week again on Coca-Cola. I only have 7.8 shares. I want to build it up some more. My cost basis is at $58.06. I wish I would have had a lot more money when the share price took a dip. Isra, I have most banks. Check out Trust or Truist. Let me know the ticker symbol. I can check it out in a few minutes, and we can take a look at a couple stocks as soon as I'm done with my portfolio. The thrill, I own JPM, open up over 130%, not buying, just using the drip. Wow, nice gains right there, thrill. 130%. Yeah, JP Morgan has been performing very well. Definitely. So I should have bought that one, honestly. JPM. I like more JPM now. Now I like more JP Morgan Chase than Bank of America. I think I should have gone with JPM. But my Bank of America position, I'm still not performing bad. 83.5%. So, but I probably could have been up also over 100%. Honestly, if I would have bought JPM instead of Bank of America. Let me see, Korean Cardboard. Nice to see you there, Korean Cardboard. Let me know if you've been buying anything, as of lately. Marcus Mac, Maine is my favorite. Is a favorite of mine. Have 175 shares. Wow, nice, Marcus. Main Street Capital, 175 shares. That's definitely great. I envy you on that one, for sure. Isra, nice. Isra, the ticker is TFC. Okay, we're gonna take a look in a second. I'm gonna leave it right there. But Marcus, very nice position in Main Street Capital. That has to be some very nice monthly dividends, honestly. Let me know in the chat how much in monthly dividends around you get from that position, and especially when you get the special dividends. Woo! Those months, definitely, the months that you get the special dividends, you're definitely happy. And do you have the drip on? Do you drip it back, or have you been moving it to other positions? All right, Procter & Gamble is one also right here, $147 right now in share price. So right now I'm in the negative for the first time in a long time in this position. Negative losses of 0.75%. I got 9.1 shares, so I'm gonna take advantage of this one on Friday. So once I post the DCA Friday video, most likely gonna talk about this one and hoping it stays around $147 because I want to buy. I want to make a nice purchase this week on it, especially at that share price, and hopefully continues to go down some more. I got $1,300 invested in Procter & Gamble. And anybody else, any of you guys also holding Procter & Gamble, let me know in the chat. I'm hoping for Visa also to go down in share price. Ticker symbol V. I have only 4.4 shares. I want to get to 10 shares of Visa. I want to throw like a lot of money on it, but share price right now is at $345. And my average cost base is at $282. So definitely far from there, but definitely want to build it up. Before we go, Isra, into the ticker symbol, T Caskets, nice, Marcus, 175 shares, a nice position. Yes, it is. I agree on that. Korean Cardboard, I took my OBDC dividend, $107. Nice, and bought 3 HESM. Okay, I kind of want to take a look at that one to see what it is. Marcus, making about $45 a month. Nice. That will pay a bill. Easy will pay a bill. Getting a main dividend tonight. Oh yeah, today is the 15th. Oh yeah, so we got paid from all Realty Income and Main Street Capital. Pretty much. They both pay on the 15th, so we all got paid today. Anybody that holds Realty Income, ticker symbol O. We just got paid today, which is nice. I also need to grow some more, honestly. My current value is $2,000. I only have $1,900 invested in Realty Income. So just waiting for the share price to go down some more so I can, grow it some more. All right, let me see before I go into the stock analysis tab. Let me go in here. Since we're going to take a look at some of the stocks, we got to take a look at one that Isra put on there. But let me read about one more comment. The thrill. I'm staying away from REITs. I'm using cover call ETF for income and total returns. Okay, that's a good strategy right there. There's a couple of people that have been doing that in the chat for sure. Going with cover call ETFs. I'll probably do the same thing in the future, honestly. I don't know if I'm going to see what I'm going to do in a couple of years. Either I'm going to learn how to do calls or options, or I'll probably in the future just learn, just invest in a cover call ETF or something like that. Let's see what they have, 15, 20 years from now. I don't know what it is. So, when I'm planning on using my cash, or my dividends to pay my bills, hopefully, sooner rather than later. But let me go back into ISRA's ticker symbol was TFC. Let me take a look at this company real quick. Truist Financial. I don't think I mentioned that right, but where's this bank from? United States. Let me see. Southeastern and Mid-Atlantic United States. So this is a United States bank. I've never seen this bank. I don't know if it's around here in New Jersey. Is it in New Jersey? Is it up here in the Northeast? TFC. But you guys can see market cap 55.7 billion. Earnings per share $3.70. So let's take a look at that. PE ratio is at 11.67 and forward PE 10.34. So forward PE looking good, 10.3. Dividend yield 4.73%. Oh, very nice dividend right there. $2.08 per share per year. I like that. I like that dividend right there. Price target, there's an upside of 14% from here. $49.47. Analysts are calling this a buy right now. And the earnings date is going to be this week on October 17th. So it's going to be pretty much on Friday. That's Friday's date. So on Friday is going to be announced their earnings. So I'm sure it's going to be a good one too, because all across the board, banks have been posting very good earnings from what I've seen. I'm just going to take a look at a few things. Revenue, you guys can see that a trailing 12 months is growing. 18.17 billion. In 2024, they lost. They were going down. So now they have been recovering, which is a good sign right there. Let me see the shares outstanding real quick. Where is it? I don't see it right here. Actually, I wanted to see the shares. Oh, no, it's right here. Shares outstanding. So this bank has been buying back shares slowly, but they have been buying back shares, which is a good sign. Earnings per share is in the positive right now at $3.72. So that's pretty good right there. Let me see the balance sheet. I like to take a look at the total debt, but this is a bank also, so they use debt differently, right? So $64.17 billion. Now let me see the cash flow real quick. Oh no, the dividend. Sorry, the dividends. So I can see payout ratio 56.21%, which is good. I like that. Buyback. You see 1.12% buybacks in shares. So they haven't grown their dividend though. Since 2022, they have been paying the same 52 cents per share per quarter. So they haven't grown their dividend, but the dividend yield is 4.73%, which it is pretty nice. Gotta take a look and see, the dividends. But yeah, they haven't grown the dividend in the last 3 years, pretty much. They haven't grown their dividend. Dividend growth, you guys can see 0%. Before that, they had an 8.33%. Close the door. And let me see the dividends. So yeah, pretty good company right there. But I like the payout ratio. It looks pretty good. All right, let me see who else is in the chat. I wanted to take a look at another one. Which one was it? Korean Cardboard. Yeah, took my OBDC dividend and bought 3 HESM. So let me take a quick look. HESM. Stay over there. I got a visitor right now in my stream. All right, so HES Midstream. Isn't this the is this the gas station? Hess gas station. Let me see, midstream assets, oil gathering services. Yeah, it's oil and gas midstream. So yes, this is the Hess company. So we take a look. Don't touch. We'll take a look. $32.75 right now. After hours, $32.96. Price target right now, there's an upside of 29% from here. So that is great. Earnings per share, $2.69. PE ratio 12.19. Forward PE 11.2. So that's great. Dividend yield. Wow, 9% dividend yield. $2.95. Let me take a look at the dividends. So the payout ratio right now shows right here 105%. So dividend growth 10.17%, which is good. But I don't think this is sustainable right now. You know, if they're paying out too much from their cash into their dividend, so that's not good right there. But you guys can see revenue is growing, which is good. Shares outstanding, let me see. They're diluting the shareholder. Gotta take a look at this. You know, sometimes is this for a good thing, or is it for just because, you know, like, are they investing in the company? You know, what are they investing in? You know, that's some good questions that to ask whenever you're looking at a company like this. The earnings per share is in the positive right now. But yeah, I don't know. You'll have to do like a little bit more deeper check on these financials just to see why is the payout ratio so high, you know. And let me take a quick look at the debt balance sheet. Let me see the total debt. You guys can see that, yeah, it is growing up to 3.71%. $3.71 billion, as you guys can see right here. So the debt is growing. They're probably investing within the company. I would just be careful in that. I don't know if that 9% yield is going to be sustainable for the future. All right, let me see. I see some more comments. Jay Thomas, I've been in the process of selling all of my positions that pay non-qualified dividends in my taxable account, but I think I will keep Maine because I love it. Yeah, I feel you on that one, definitely. You know, understand you on that one 100%. You know, but getting you know, going away from non-qualified dividends is also a pretty good thing. You know, it's a pretty good thing. Go over there. Okay. All right. Let me see what else. Korean Cardboard HESM is MLP that has been down, so I was able to improve my average share price. Okay, so that's good. Korean Cardboard. I saw JEPQ and put it into QDVO and SPYI. I kind of like SPYI, honestly. I gotta take a look at QDVO. I don't think I have ever seen that one. Both paid $20 a month right now. Hope to get those to about $50 a month within 6 months to a year. Okay, that's a very good plan right there. Very nice plan. Marcus, Casey, I like, Korean Cardboard. I like JEPQ. Have 250 shares. So, give me 1 second, guys. Go over there. Go. Go to your room. Go to your room. Go. Go. All right. I'm sorry about that right there, guys. Close the door. All right. Korean Cardboard. Marcus Mac, nice. Okay. Korean Cardboard. I bought HESM $43 a few weeks ago. Then it plummeted. The thrill. I've been wanting to add Chevron, waiting for the price to drop to $145. Chevron is a good one too. CVS, I think it is. CVX, CVX, I think it is. Yes, CVX, Chevron Corporation. So let me show it in the screen real quick. Chevron, let me see the share price performance. Year to date is up 5%. Now last year, 0.22%. Last 5 years is up 108%. Wow, nice. You know, but yeah, I know I understand what you're saying about this. You know, it will be better to buy like right here in the 130s or so. Thrill, for sure. That would be a nicer share price. But if you see right here, PE ratio right now is at 19.5. Forward PE 20.5. So dividend 4.5%. So $6.84 per share per year. Price target $170. 11.9%. Analysts are calling this a buy. So nice upside from here. So maybe this one will be good. Earnings is at the end of the month, October 31st. Ex-dividend date, August 19. So that's good right there. Let me take a quick look at the financials. Let me see real quick. You guys can see revenue, $189 billion. As you guys can see right here, it has been going down, the revenue, the past couple of years. I would just be a little bit, concerned about this. I also know that everything is going towards electric now. So I don't know if that's going to take a nice market share from gas cars, pretty much. So I don't know. Operating income, let me see, 19.46 billion. Let me see the shares outstanding. Yeah, they've been buying back shares, so that's good. That's a good sign, always. Let me see the free cash flow. It's been going down. 2022, this is when they made a lot of cash right there. That was pandemic time. Made a lot of money right there. Trailing 12 months, 16.1 billion right there. So, it's pretty good, Yeah, let me see the debt. They probably gotta also invest in the company. So $29.4 billion. So debt has been going down. They've been paying down debt, which is good. Let me see the dividend metrics. Payout ratio is at 87% right now. Dividend growth 5.63%. Dividend yield 4.5%. So it's going up there, the payout ratio. So just gotta do the calculations real quick just to see if the dividend is safe, but I don't like that the payout ratio is going up. Dividend growth, 38 years, so very nice, very, very good from Chevron right there. I'm killing it with CAT currently at 104% return. Wow, nice, Marcus. Very nice returns from CAT right there. I thought about adding SPYI as well, but I already invest in SPLG. I currently don't have any monthly payers in my Fidelity portfolio from T-Caskets. So no monthly payers. Well, as long as you have some companies, that you can, that's something that I'm trying to do in my dividend portfolio, like grow some of those companies that pay in other months than SCHD. SCHD always pay at the end of each quarter. I want to build up the companies that pay me in the first 2 months of each quarter, So if you see those companies that you like a lot, you have strong conviction on them, you can, stay on top of them pretty much. It's not a bad idea to, invest in some of those companies to grow the dividend income in those months too. That's something that I'm going to try to do, so let's see. Korean Cardboard, I have 16 CVX. 16 shares of CVX, Chevron at 150. Nice. Up 5.83%. ISRA, I just got paid by RSG, 65 cents per share. So very nice. Very nice dividend right there. RSG, Republic Services. Dividend yield from this company, it is, I'll show you right here, 1.13%. So it's very low dividend yield. But the dividend growth is nice, 8.24%, which is good. Payout ratio, 34.98%. So that's pretty good. Buyback yield, 0.67%. So that's good. That's looking pretty good right there. Haven't taken a look at any financials, but PE ratio, 32.6. Forward PE, 30.8. So in year to date is up 9.87%. Last year, 7.42%. Last 5 years, 136%. Very nice growth right there in share price from Republic Services. This is from United States and Canada. Industry, waste management. So this is a disposal company, waste. It's like a waste management pretty much. I'm guessing this one is this one in Canada or just everywhere? Offers environmental in the US and Canada. That's why. Okay, that's pretty good right there. The thrill Chevron is a defensive play. Yeah, it is a defensive play, but when we think about the future, I know oil is used on other things, not only on cars, but is oil gonna be a safe, a safe bet for the future? What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat. I don't know. It's just everything. So many things are gonna be going more towards electric than oil, but I know oil is never gonna go away, which I think is still gonna be an investment, but I don't know if it's gonna be as strong as before. Just because everything is just going away, or so many things are going away from oil and things like that. Leo Ramirez, nice to see you there, Leo. Coca-Cola is good. Yeah, I'm trying to build up my position on Coca-Cola. I was gonna buy some Coca-Cola at Costco. I'll probably buy it this weekend because I don't have soda. I don't drink soda all the time, but I drink some here and there. PE ratios at 23.79, forward PE 21.6, dividend yield 3.04%. I like Coca-Cola company. Price target $77 from, so it's at 14.9% from here upside. So that's pretty good. Earnings date is on October 21st. So let's see what happens. I'm gonna try to see the earnings in the next quarter. In Q4. Hopefully in that one it'll show the numbers also from the move that Costco made, from going away from Pepsi to Coca-Cola, in all of their stores. So that should be some nice revenue right there, and I see it everywhere else too, that they sell a lot of Coca-Cola. So let me see the dividend metrics right here. Growth, they've been growing their dividend for 63 years. So I just gotta build up this position. Honestly, I really have to do it. Payout ratio 71.46%, so still pretty good in my end. I'm still happy with it. Dividend growth only 5%, so this is another defensive play pretty much. Coca-Cola is just that. Do you guys think sodas, especially this Coca-Cola brand, is gonna go away in our lifetime? I don't think so. Maybe in the future it will, but in my lifetime, I don't think Coca-Cola is gonna go away. To be honest, it's such a popular product. Even though I don't drink soda that much, but when I do, I just drink their product. I try to drink on the weekend, like 1 or 2 cans. If I drink soda, but I see people all the time with Coca-Cola products at work. Everywhere. So I just, I really got to build up that position, man. I really got to build it up. You guys can see it right here. I only have 7.8 shares. This is like one that I'm kind of disappointed about. And I wish I would have bought a lot more. I'm going to sell my Kenvue position and maybe put it into Coca-Cola. Maybe I'll do something like that when the time comes with Kenvue. But as of right now, I'm collecting the dividend from Kenvue. I'm going to go away from Kenvue, from that position. I have my reasons. Marcus RSG, Finanzas con Estilo, PG looking too. Yeah, Procter & Gamble is looking good. I like Procter & Gamble. That's one position that I really like. It's 9 o'clock already. I'm going to be logging out soon, but it was very good to see you guys here. $147 right here. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. Very, very important. And subscribe to the channel. Very, very important. You guys can see Procter & Gamble PE ratios at 22.6. Undervaluation, forward PE at 21.1. So, that's why I've been buying it right now. I'm just buying it. Dividend yield at 2.87%. Price target $174. So upside of 18% from here. So I'm doing a similar thing that I did with Johnson & Johnson. Johnson & Johnson was down in share price in the 150s, like around 190 something dollars. So you guys can see year to date is down 12.07%. That's why I'm taking advantage. I'm taking advantage of this. And I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna make a nice purchase too this week on this one. So definitely Buying some more of that one. Tea caskets, you know what's a business that will never die? Funeral business. Yeah, that's unfortunately, right? It will never go away for sure. Check out from Tea Caskets, Matt W. I'm gonna take a look at that. Military planes still use oil from Eric. Oh, that's a very good point right there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That will definitely use. Military um will be using oil, a lot of oil, but yeah, no, that's a very good point right there. Finanzas con estilo. I don't think soda will go away, but I see a transition to zero sugar products. Yeah, that's why also, another thing, Finanzas con estilo, you hit the point right there. They're gonna continue to modify their products. They're gonna continue to go with the trend, continue to, I'm trying to find the word, but get better at it. You know what I mean? They're going to continue to invest in the company to come up with better products, to make the soda even better. If everybody goes to healthy choices, they just go ahead and make the zero sugar products, which the Coke Zero is not bad. I like it. I like the Coke Zero. So I know it's not like the regular Coca-Cola, but but the zero one is pretty good too, and you don't feel as full as or as bloated as when you drink the other one, So yeah, very good point right there with the zero sugar products. Isra, have a good night, guys. Have a good night, Isra. Finanzas con estilo. I forgot the good. LOL. Oh yes, on Procter and Gamble, looking too good. Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, Procter and Gamble is one that I'm investing right now for sure. I've been buying. I'm really trying to buy. That Procter and Gamble one. There's 15 of you guys there in the chat, so don't forget to hit the like button, guys. Very important. There's 9 likes right there in the chat. Let me see. Korean Cardboard. Can't drink zero sugar soda. Can't handle the taste difference. Oh, really? I don't know. I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's that bad. I think it's good. I like it. I like Coke Zero. I don't think it's that bad. I think my kids didn't like. I bought the Sprite zero sugar. They didn't like it. They didn't like it. They say it tastes very weird. It tastes nasty, so they didn't like it. But I was like, it's good. It's good to, have less sugary drinks. So, I don't know. All right, The Thrill. I own Pepsi. I like that Pepsi own 11% of Celsius. Oh, yeah, that's a good point right there. I like Pepsi too. I think Pepsi is a good company. Very diversified. Very diversified, They even own, don't they own like the Quaker products, oatmeal, chips, all that. Pepsi is a good investment too. I definitely, like the Pepsi company too. I lean more towards Coca-Cola products, to be honest with you. That's why I invest mostly on it. But Pepsi is also a good company right there. Let me see. Jeremy. Hey, Jeremy, how you doing? Man, nice to see you there. What's up? I didn't know you were doing a live tonight. So it was a last minute thing. I got kind of like, I finished everything early pretty much. And I was like, you know what? Let me show the purchases that I have made as of lately. I have been, I made a couple purchases on Monday and today. So let me show you guys, anybody that have just joined the chat, that have just joined the stream together with Jeremy. Let me show you guys real quick the purchases that I made, and Jeremy, you also missed, I was showing depositions in the Fidelity website. So let me open up real quick because I want to show you the growth portfolio real quick. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere, Jeremy, just yet. Let me just open up the screens again real quick so I could show you and anybody that just logged into the live stream. And I know, guys, I'm sorry I couldn't announce it earlier. It was just, I announced it like 45 minutes ago because I was like, let me just show, everyone the purchases that I have made. But let me show you real quick right here. Let me put it as a full screen, and let me show you right here. So guys, I bought Google Alphabet at the beginning of the week for the weekly challenge. So $25 at a share price of $243.09. And then my next one was iBit, iShares Bitcoin Trust ETF. So Jeremy, you know, I know you're happy with this one. $196. So I bought 3 shares. You guys mentioned 3 shares in the last stream. So I bought 3 shares at a share price of $65.64 right there. So it was a nice purchase right there on iBit. So I already started this position, you know, but then today I bought some SCHD. I bought 1 share of SCHD, and then I made another 2 purchases. But with this one, I made it SCHD $26.76 in share price. You know, SCHD under $27, you know, with a almost 4% dividend yield. I had to take I had to make the purchase. I had to do it, you know. And if it goes down even more, I'll throw a little bit more of the cash that I have in the dividend portfolio. And then the next one, I bought 1 more share of iBit, of iShares Bitcoin Trust ETF at a share price of $62.98. So I saw that Bitcoin was taking a dip. You know, I had some time at work. You know, I was pretty much free. And I was like, you know what? Let me just buy another share. You know, it has gone down. I'm down on my position right now. So let me just go ahead and buy another one. You know, another share. So definitely bought another share of Bitcoin ETF. And then my last purchase was Amazon, ticker symbol AMZN, $80. I should have thrown 100, to be honest with you, but I threw $80 in there at a share price of $215.19. So I'm really keeping a close eye on Amazon, guys. You know, I really want to build up this position some more. So bought a little bit more of Amazon, bought some more of iBit. So let me show you real quick. I'll show you guys the portfolio real quick. So it's going to be my Fidelity because I haven't updated the spreadsheet yet. But this will also show you guys that I'm being very transparent. I'm not showing you anything fake. I'm not inflating any numbers or nothing like that. I'm not going to come up with a $100,000 portfolio, you know, overnight. So even though I wish, but let me show you guys real quick this screen, and you guys can see my iBit shares Bitcoin ETF. I got 4 shares right now, you know, 4 shares. It's 4.67% of this portfolio, of the growth portfolio. Average cost basis right now is at $64.98. So I want to bring down my average cost, you know, right now. I told you guys I'm going to invest about $500 in this, in iBit. So my cost basis right now is $259 that I have invested. And I'm down 2.78% in this position, down $7. So just going to buy a couple more shares, you know, about $500. And then Amazon, I have 7.552 shares right now. Average cost basis is 194, so it has been coming up. My average cost on Amazon. And one thing that I told everyone earlier is that I have $1,400 invested now in Amazon. I've been very bullish as of lately, as you guys can see right here. I'm up 11% still in the position, but I'm gonna buy more. I'm gonna continue buying more. Google Alphabet is down in my second spot right here. $1,300 invested, and my cost basis is $162. 8 shares right now of Google. So in Google also, hopefully I can get to 10 shares soon. You know, I'm gonna try to invest more in the next month or so. But yeah, so this is the the growth portfolio right now. So iBit is my new position right now. I had to do a change in the settings also. They wouldn't. I wasn't able when I went into buying iBit, and I'm sure you guys went through this with your brokerage accounts. But I had to change settings and make it risky, like risky investments. Like I'm able to make risky investments because iBit is a very risky investment. So I had to change my settings, but was able to purchase some more shares. All right, let me see. At first, the taste is weird, but I got used to it. Finanzas con Estilo. Yes. Yeah, they zero sugar products from Coca-Cola and them. Yeah, at first, the taste is a little bit different, but I don't think it's that bad. Honestly. I don't think it's that bad. I like it. Jeremy, as a lifelong Coke addict, Coke Zero just tastes like Diet Coke to me. Gotta be the original. Yeah, that is true, Jeremy. Yeah, it's not bad, but yeah, the regular Coca-Cola, it does taste better, much, much better. But it's not that bad. I don't think it's that bad. I think it's gonna, I think it's gonna grow into everyone later on in the future. Korean Cardboard is with Jeremy on the flavor of the Coca-Cola. Brainchild, what's up, Jay? Also grabbing. Nice to see you there, Brainchild. Nice to see you. And I'm sorry that I, did a surprise stream, but I finished everything early and I just really had to do it. Really wanted to show you guys the purchases. And even if you guys see the replay tomorrow, I'm happy with that too, So hopefully you guys can also, anyone that missed it today, just see the replay tomorrow. Also grabbing SCHD today, Brainchild. So yeah, I think SCHD right now under $27. I kind of like it, man. I like the share price right now. 3.99 something percent. Let me see what's the. Let me take a quick look right here. Let me see what's the dividend yield on SCHD. I do believe is right now it's at 3.86%. I guess at the end of today. I'm guessing that's what this calculate. But 3.86% dividend yield from what you see right here. So very, very close to 4%. I think it's better right now. SCHD, the yield is better than some high yield savings accounts. I gotta even take a look at mine because I think mine went down some more. So right now SCHD is giving you a better yield than high yield savings accounts, pretty much. So pretty good deal right there, honestly, to me. Jeremy, heck yeah, welcome to the dark side. Congrats on the IBIT. I picked up a little SCHD today as well. Also, still buying CRM under $240. Oh, see, it went under 240. Let me see, Salesforce. I was watching Joseph Carlson's episode earlier. He was talking about it. Oh, wow. Hold on. Let me show you guys this. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but after hours is up 3.5%. What happened today? Did they just announce earnings? Was that what happened? Or what happened with Salesforce? Up 3.5%. So that's very nice right there. And if you bought whatever you bought right now, Jeremy, you're already up. And I think Finanzas con Estilo was also buying Salesforce. So I don't know who else is buying this, but forward PE 19.7. So undervaluation right there. I haven't done my research on this one, but from what I've seen, other YouTubers talking about it and what I've seen on X and some of the metrics that people have shown, it looks pretty good. Salesforce look good, So let me see. Dividend yield is only 0.70%. So you still get some dividend. Payout ratio very low, 24%. So that looks pretty good right there, for sure. So yeah, but look, you guys are up already. Jeez. Let me see, in the year to date is still down though, 29%. But if you guys have been buying under 240, you're already gonna be up in your money. So not bad right there. All right, let me see who else. Leo Ramirez, laughing faces, and then do you hold any REITs from Leo? Yes, I do hold REITs. Let me show you real quick in my dividend portfolio real quick. Let me just show you real quick my dividend portfolio. Let me move this here real quick. And Leo, here it is my dividend portfolio. So you can see that in REITs I have Vici Properties, which is right here. I got 38.6 shares and Realty Income O. I got 34.2 shares. So those are my two REITs right there. Main Street Capital is a BDC, you know, it's a business development company. So, you know, doesn't count as a REIT. But those are my two REITs right there. I really like Vici a lot, Vici Properties. You know, gonna continue to put $10 here and there. So, and then Realty Income is my second largest position. So I kind of stopped buying, but if it goes back down in share price, I'm gonna buy some more. Let me see who else is there. Jeremy West, they partner with OpenAI and they are doing a product conference going on right now. Oh, so that's why with Salesforce. But it had gone down in share price when they first announced that their partnership with OpenAI. I'm guessing they probably explained it some more now, and investors are seeing what they are going to do with OpenAI that is going to benefit their company. So that's definitely good news right there. Definitely good news. Good investment right there, you know. So far the numbers look good. So Brainchild, I also bought some Adobe today, fairly reasonable right now. Yeah, Adobe, I looked at it before. I kind of liked it. I kind of liked Adobe. But I was looking more, when I was looking into adding a position into my portfolio, I was looking more into like Bitcoin, Berkshire Hathaway, Microsoft, and even SPGI. SPGI looks good. S&P Global, you know, looks pretty good right now. Kind of wish I had a lot more money. I would have added that one too. Let me see if it's still at a good at a good share price right now. Yeah, because the PE ratios are 37. Strong buy. They're calling it a strong buy. Look at the price target, $611. Let me see. Year to date is down 3%. Last year is down 8.46%. So right now it's in the 480s or so. I like this company. You know, this is one company I like. You know, even maybe for my dividend portfolio. I know the dividend is small, 0.80%, but I think this company is undervalued right now. You know, but I don't have that much money. And if I start building a position right now, it's just gonna be very small, and I kind of don't want to right now, you know. So yeah, you know, because I'm thinking about, you know, also Costco. It's another company that I like a lot. You know, Costco is pretty good. Let me see. Jeremy West, did you see WMT pop on the announcements of partnering with OpenAI? All-time highs. WMT. Let's take a quick look. Walmart. After hours is not showing here, but I'm sure. Let me see. Yeah. You guys can see right here. It's growing. It's going up. Let me see. Year to date is up 20%. So yeah, PE ratios are 41. Forward PE 39. Walmart. You know, Walmart. I should have had invested in this a year ago. That's when I looked at it at Walmart. It was before they did the share split. I looked at Walmart and I'm like, oh man, should I invest in a retail company? But I said to myself, I don't want to invest in any retail companies. If I do any retail, I want to do Costco. That's the one that I really want to do. But you know, Walmart is Walmart. So analysts are calling it a strong buy right now. Let me see the dividends. Look at the dividend growth, 13.25%. They have grown their dividend for 52 years. Payout ratio only 35.4%. So looks pretty safe to me. You know, the dividend right there. Nice dividend growth. You know, and partnering also with OpenAI. You know, I guess it's gonna continue to bring up the share price. I don't know. That's a pretty good one right there. Let me see, Jeremy. Yes, they said using AI saving them 100 million per year. I think that statement caused the after hours pop on CRM. Oh, okay, on Salesforce. Okay, so that's why. Wow, AI saving them $100 million per year. That's a lot of money right there. That's a lot of cash right there, you know, especially to continue to reinvest in the company. That's pretty good right there. All right, everyone. Please don't forget to hit the like button, guys. Very, very important. Subscribe to the channel. You know, I'm hoping how many of you are here. Let me take a quick look. If it opens up. I hate this thing. That's the only thing I don't like about, um, this Mac. But there's 11 of you guys out there, 11 likes. So that I really, really appreciate it. A lot of you guys have commented a lot, which is great. T Caskets was number one in comments, but then I see Jeremy, T Caskets, and Finanzas con Estilo. All three of you have been commenting a lot in the chat, which is great. Man, love to see that. Love the support. I really, really love the support. All right, everyone. It was nice to see you guys in the stream. I know it was surprising and I didn't announce it earlier, but it was just a last minute thing. I just wanted to talk to you guys, for a little bit, just show you the purchases I was excited about, so just wanted to show you guys the purchases real quick, what I've been buying, my positions. I'm going to update the spreadsheet this weekend so I could talk about it a little bit more. I'm still going to do the DCA Friday video to see where the market is. Let's see where everything performs tomorrow, where everything closes at. So I have a better idea of what I'm going to buy on Friday. And let's see how much I'm going to deposit, because I get paid from my second job. So I might be able to make a little bit more of a deposit, like a little bit larger deposit this week. So maybe I could buy a little bit more, Amazon and a little bit more Bitcoin. Now I gotta look into Bitcoin a little bit more. But yeah, definitely. All right, everyone. I hope you guys really enjoyed it, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.